So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you T-Shirts by Robert Cantwell.
T-Shirts, a play by Robert Patrick. The setting is in Kink's living room on the Lower East Side of New York. Outside we see little or no sky, just surrounding tenements. It is 1978, the year that James Franco was born. Jimmy Carter is President of the United States. The Hillside Strangler claims a 10th and final victim. Roman Polanski flees the country after pleading guilty to unlawful sex with a minor. Larry Flint is shot. Annie Hall is the winner of the Best Picture Oscar. George Moscone and Harvey Milk are assassinated by Dan White in San Francisco. California voters defeat the Briggs Initiative that would have prohibited gay school teachers. Dallas appeared on television. The Thornbirds tops the bestseller lists. The actor Bob Crane was mysteriously murdered. It is after 10 on a rainy autumn night.
Oh my God, I can't get the keys out the door. Oh my God, start some coffee.
Oh God, yes. Did you get caught in the rain too?
Yes, I was late for the start of my movie, so I didn't go. But I met this porn star out in front of the theater that I knew from California. Yeah, he was telling me all about his S&M movies. He calls himself Rick Rack, so, you know, I had to stand in front of an art flick and listen to the names he's considering for his new straight career.
In the rain?
Yeah, well, that's where we were. He thinks he can set fire to the senses of a generation if he calls himself Kurt. So I suggested such scintillating last names as Response. Interest. He didn't get it. You know, it was like that time on that talk show in London when I told them I believed in astrology because I met 3 people born on April 12th and they were all Aries. They didn't get it.
I couldn't hear you.
You missed remarkably little. Why aren't you at a bar on the west side blowing your brains out?
I was on the west side. There were guys lined up for a block in the rain to get into the cock ring.
Oh my God, why didn't they just go home with each other?
They don't like each other.
Right, I forgot. So then why are they waiting in the rain to get into a bar with each other?
Because it's dark in the bar and they can't see each other.
Right. Right.
God, it's funny, running around on the west side and not drinking.
Did you do anything?
No. Not drinking takes up all my time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I sat in Lady Astor's for a while. Everybody that wasn't drinking was not doing something, if you get me.
Oh, I know.
I was not drinking. Galen was not cruising boys. Lenora was not letting men fill her up.
And the waiters and waitresses were not appearing on the Broadway stage.
Or at the tables. I just sat there being very good by not drinking.
Well, at least you get paid for it. There's a check from your terrible agent.
Yeah! Getaway money. Goody! How can you call her terrible when she sends me money?
She doesn't send me any.
You don't get royalties for superior drapes and upholstery.
Well, I don't see why not. Every time someone sits in a theater seat in Rome, or Nome, or Chillicothe, or Chapultepec, you get 10 cents.
Well, maybe you should build like little secret pockets in the upholstery and you can catch loose change. You can pick it up every once in a while for dry cleaning.
Kink Carstairs, draping and looting.
How is the shop doing?
Much better since I'm sober. I'm a lot less behind in my work.
I'm a lot behind in my work.
Of course, everybody's behinds are in my work. Was that good?
For an upholsterer, yeah. How are your gnomes working out?
Well, Mike's not drinking as much anymore.
Any more than what?
And Farley's taking a lot less dope.
All these negative virtues. It's an epidemic. Clothes went?
They were. It's on me now.
I'll get us some dry t-shirts. Oh, do you want save energy, throw a faggot on the fire, or Anita Bryant like Anita Hole in the head?
I would just like a quiet t-shirt with nothing on it, please.
What's the matter? Are you entertaining an illiterate boyfriend tonight?
No, I think I've given that up too. It's strictly anonymous Congress at the Baths from now on.
Well, the illiterate part, one hopes. How are the Baths sober?
It's amazing how fast you can make out when you're the only person there in a solid state. Oh.
Let's do it that way.
You should throw it to me the right way. It's amazing how fast you can make out when you're the only person there in a solid state. The problem is I keep wanting to giggle. And every time I look in a room and I see someone with his ass up in the air, all I keep thinking about is electric pencil sharpening.
I stopped going when I saw that kid in the very dark room with his mouth outlined in luminous paint. He was making these little goldfish mouth motions. It looked like he was trying to spell something. No, you can't.
What?
Hey, you talk. I'm making little mouth motions.
The only trouble with going to the bath sober is that drunk people smell so disgusting. I keep wondering, did I smell that way in the past? I used to think I was funny, romantic, and cute, and now I realize I just smell drunk and impotent and easily fuckable.
Takes coffee very carefully from his compulsively playful roommate. Is that what you really used to think?
I used to think, therefore I used to be.
I used to think that if I painted something with luminous paint,
like what?
Like anything, and then clicked the lights on and off real fast, that when I finally left them off, the object would keep blinking in the dark.
You call that thinking?
Something else I don't do anymore.
Now that you've given up sex?
And vice versa.
Oh, what do? You masturbate?
Certainly not.
I'm sorry.
I jerk off.
Oh, you jerk off?
Yeah, I stab myself repeatedly with a fork sword.
You count to 100 and come.
I shake the kids out of school.
You pump spum.
I tickle the bad boy till he sneezes.
You manufacture some hand lotion?
I drum up a little business.
Jingle ball.
Go for a gusher.
I never hear you.
Well, I don't talk to myself while I'm doing it. Sex is beautiful.
Well, I like to have someone there to help me clean up.
Oh, see, that's why I like 69ing. No muss, no fuss.
I wonder if you digest cum or if it comes out of you the next time.
You know, I saw a great graffito once.
Is that the singular?
Uh-huh. It said, boys, they fill you up and then leave you ready for another girl. I could never figure out whether it was written by some abandoned pregnant chick or by some bisexual dude with the hard-on he got from giving a blowjob.
It is ambiguous.
Well, it nearly always is.
Well, now that I've given everything up, I feel like a new man. I think I'll go to the baths and find one.
Oh, maybe that's one right now. A door-to-door whore. Hey, you two-timing son of a bitch! How dare you show your face around here?
Huh? I was just wondering if I could please come inside.
Starship Enterprise? Starship Enterprise. You've reached the Starship Enterprise. Not the crew. This is the ship itself talking. I've learned to run myself. I'm throwing the crew out the hatch one by one, starting at the bottom. I'm almost through. Kirk, out! I think I'll stop smoking too. Why? Smoking, drinking, fucking. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, I know. I get the feeling there's a second lecture at Sunday school I forgot to go to.
What's good to do?
Yeah, what do you give things up for?
What is it? Why is it whenever you do exactly what you want to do, people say you lack self-control?
Well, who's that?
Me. I mean, it just sounds like a great saying.
No, at the door, I mean.
I mean, all my sayings are great sayings. You know, draw your own conclusions.
Were you expecting a date?
Are you living with a great epigrammatist?
Oh, no, you couldn't possibly be expecting
As
a date.
well as a great dramatist?
Who was that at the door?
What rhymes with dramatist?
Did you let a perfect stranger...
Dramatist, are you living with, I'm sorry, a great, mean, masochistic lover? Is that what it is?
What if someone gets robbed and mugged?
Quit hitting me and I'll tell
Well,
you.
what if someone gets raped?
Hey, no, I will never go for looting. Never, ever. Are you crazy?
It hurts to be raped and looted.
I can be raped. Yes, hell yes, I can be raped. None of our boys is going overseas unhappy if I can help it. No looting. We will not stand for looting.
Oh, no, you must. It's in the contract. Raped and looted. Like Hawaii, like the Philippines, like Chile, like the whole goddamn continent.
No looting. I swear to God, I'll kill you. Millions for sex, but not one welfare baby for tribute. I will not be pillaged. I am part Indian. I gave a wounded knee. I could. Well, maybe I will.
What have I got that you want?
And loot me slowly. It's my first time.
Hi. Y'all probably don't remember me.
No, but so what? Everybody's pretty much the same deep down, aren't they? Come on in.
That's right. I'd even be willing to strip to prove it.
No, you wouldn't either.
No, I really would.
Damn, you're big-hearted.
Well, what the fuck? I mean, we're all in this together, aren't we?
It won't be necessary, though. I'll strip you out of it.
No, I will.
No, I will. I insist. There isn't room for you to strip, Marvin.
Hey, listen. I never said I'd give up eating. I never said that.
I can't let you endanger yourself in front of this boy.
Why not?
Because I want to.
Well, it won't prove that we're all alike if just one of us strips anyway.
Well, it will prove my willingness to do anything.
You'll catch cold. You've been wet.
He's still wet. He's still wet. Him. Strip him, not me. Strip him.
That's an idea.
No, it's not.
Well, sacrifice a stranger. Do it to him.
He refuses the rights. He is the enemy.
He is the what?
The enemy. He is the enemy.
Well, get him out of you and put him out of me.
All right, kid. We're through fooling around. Out with it.
Out with what?
You mean off with it. Off with it.
No, first out with it, then off with it.
No, Father, no. Do not disembowel him. I love him and he will be my queen.
Hey, I'm not going to disembowel him. I'm going to castrate him. Speaking of which, Pocahontas, if you're a castrating female, how would you rate this cast?
Look, I just came in to get it out of the rain.
Well, you got a whole lot more than you barged in for, okay?
Hey, that was good.
It was, wasn't it?
One of your best lately. Here, come on in. You are wet. We're just running amok.
And people say we run a pretty nice muck.
You see, I was just trying to bring Greg downstairs.
Oh, Ring, Greg? Ring? You wet too?
I've seen you working with Greg in the halls. I'm Kink.
You guys, did you hear Ring? Do you get it?
Yeah. And he isn't in, or he's got someone there, or something.
Make yourself comfortable and wait. Give me a coat.
Oh, your shoes. Let me take your shoes.
That's in Marvin. Ignore him. He fell out of the television.
Wait, I'm thinking. I think it's your coat. Then, come on now. I like to watch people undress other people, so I think it's your coat. I get a boot. All right? Oh God, I get a boot.
Did you think of anything else you'd like to give up?
Well, if you knew what to call it, I'd give it up.
God, you are so.
My name is Marvin, and I'm really not like this. Really not like this. Really not like this. And I'm most definitely not like this.
I'll clean up the rain here if you don't mind. I am soaked through. I'm really sorry if I'm inconveniencing you.
It's no inconvenience. We were just waiting for each other to give in and say something obvious.
Oh, you devil. You know me through and through.
Sure, stay. Dry your hair. And sigh. Ready, Marvin?
I'm ready. Would you like to get out of those wet things, my dear? No, my dear, you forgot my dear.
No. My dear is not used in the best circles anymore.
Did word filter down?
Oh, do you want some coffee or anything?
God, I'd love it.
Okay. Here, if Marvin bothers you, just open this up to the crossword puzzle. They paralyze him for hours.
Crossword puzzles are good for paranoid little children. The clues really do have secret meanings. Wiping those old glasses off, eh?
Oh, better to see you with.
Oh. Well, I noticed you didn't make any polite little demurs when Kink offered to get you coffee. I mean, you didn't say, golly gee, don't go to any trouble, or anything like that. I presume that means you're so used to having your beauty catered to that you've come to take it for granted.
But when he comes out, if the coffee's scalding, I'll have him pour some on my face to scar me.
Oh!
Well, then no other man will ever want me.
Right thinking, right
I just
thinking.
want to atone for my criminal gorgeousness.
Well, my name, as it actually happens to be, is Marvin.
I know. Your cute roommate told me. I'm Todd. Yeah, I wish it was more interesting, but there it is.
It'll do. It'll do. Do you want to get out of those wet things?
In a minute. When I'm all warmed up. Okay. Take it. Warmed up.
Later. Listen, are you not even a little bit put off by the gladiatorial spectacle you stumbled in on?
No, I always hear you two romping up here whenever I come to visit Greg.
Greg. He's the super of the building?
Yeah, I know. I help him.
He has a whole floor crew below Kink.
Yeah.
In this living room, which is where we romp, It's directly over his bedroom. You'd have to be in his bedroom frequently in order to know that we habitually roam.
That's about it.
Can you hear this?
I'm not listening, I don't want to know.
Can I get a cigarette? Mine are mush.
Here.
Thanks, got a light?
Mm-hmm. You come here much?
Well, whenever I get away from military school for the weekend without my folks finding out.
I was doing a parody of Bar Talk.
Sweeten and lighten yourselves.
Ah, thanks. This is really nice of you.
It is, isn't it?
How come it's not nice of y'all?
Because y'all means two, and I was talking to him.
Yeah, but I heard.
I could have gone down to the Astor's or the Colonnades, but I was so wet. It's always the same in there. Besides, I don't have any money.
Gee, we all are better than standing out in the rain.
No, it's fine.
And besides, I've been waiting to meet y'all for a long time. You know, I used to see you at Lady Astor's and Phoebe's, and you always seem to be having a lot of fun.
Yes, I used to enjoy falling off of bar stools until, well, it's not so much fun since when you stop drinking.
You tend to stiffen up.
And Marvin used to like to criticize the music on the jukebox, then the disco craze hit, and no one could hear him.
Technology, it cost me my job.
Oh, you think that's loud? You ought to go down to hear the punk rock CBGBs.
Oh, yeah, I see it all the time. I love to sit up close where I can actually see the singer's lips move.
I'm not much on music, but I would go if I could put stoppers in my ears and fuck the musicians.
You can put stoppers in your ears.
I'm not one for half measures.
No,
Do you go there?
no. I don't care much for people my own age.
Can I have them?
Yes, they're terrible dull and immature and undeveloped, aren't they?
No, they're fine. They're just too much competition.
I'll say.
People never want people their own ages. It's true, I've noticed it.
Gore Vidal refers to it in Two Sisters.
Right, people are too nervous with people their own age.
Well, I don't think that. Like, there's a lot of guys my age. Oh, they're the ones I like best in magazines. But God, you know, with overpopulation and all, you just can't waste it all on fun. Anyway, not New York. If you want to be noticed here, or meet people that are anything, you have to do something. And God, there are so many stray cats in a place like New York, no kidding. God.
I see what you mean.
Hustler heaven.
Well, yes, sure, God. Maybe a little, if you want to think of it that way, but God, what are you going to do? There's no jobs or anything. God.
I didn't mean it badly.
Well, I just get tired. God. You know, older guys have the connections and, okay, the money and hell. You can learn a lot from older guys.
Right.
God.
Right.
I mean, in a relationship with older guys, there's a certain element of power.
Yeah, but on which side?
Both, Marvin.
Right. I mean, they've got all that, and you've got all the youth, and, oh, well, you know what I mean. Shit, beauty.
God!
Well, y'all are laughing at me. Go ahead and laugh. But it's true.
You know, listen, I talk a lot with kids your age around the country, around the world some. They all have that same drab, mature understanding of the current socio-biological situation. I think that's what makes your whole generation a little dull.
Oh, well, we've got y'all for entertainment. Y'all still find things funny. I mean, you were alive back when all the jokes were new.
Prepare the knives, the sacrifice is back on.
That was a pretty good one. No, but it's true. Oh, come on, that was good. Why is it so funny? No, but you really have been all around the world.
Some, like I said, with plays. I write plays.
So I know that. Everybody knows that. I read a lot of your plays in school.
Far out.
Well, they're good. They really are. I admire.
I think I should warn you that anyone that says anything nice to Marvin for 5 minutes gets fallen in love with.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I tell you what, Kink, you just give me a signal if I start to make a fool of myself.
Okay, I'll toss my hair.
No, you do that all the time. Oh!
Face!
Hey, have I told you lately to go fuck yourself with a fart?
I'm sorry, that was mean.
No, it was. I couldn't stop laughing, but it really was. It was.
Oh, you think that is mean? You think that is mean? You haven't lived, and you haven't died.
Well, maybe I should go. You suppose Greg is coming?
God, no.
Do you have some way to tell?
Well, yeah, when the floor starts shaking from the Kiss record.
Oh, y'all can hear that up here?
When he puts that stereo on, you can't hear anything up here. I have this fantasy of getting my hand caught in the wearing blender and screaming for help while he's got them on, and he'll be down there telling somebody, hear that? This set gets terrific overtones.
Oh, yeah. He'll totally think the screams are the kids. He'll think it's a live recording.
Oh, did y'all ever see them live?
We saw them, we were live when it started.
Yeah, at least there, the kids screaming drowned out the music.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought the music was to drown out the kids' screams.
No, they wouldn't be screaming if they didn't have to listen to that music.
You got it all wrong.
Him or me?
Well, both of you. You can tell neither of y'all were ever a suburban teenager. You don't scream because of the music. Suburban teenagers scream from 8 to 10 every night anyway. The rest of them for the Kiss concerts will avoid the disgrace. But I'll tell Greg that the noise bothers y'all. And we tried using 2 sets of earbuds for a while, but we kept getting all the cords all tangled up and greasy.
What vivid reporting.
So Greg, turn down the music if you told him to. Am I to take that as a sign that y'all are in love?
God, hope not.
Well, am I to take that as a sign that you're having a bad love affair?
Christ, I hope so. I mean, I hope that wasn't a good one. If it was, and, well, no, it couldn't have been. If all love affairs are bad, love wouldn't have such a good reputation.
It hasn't. Get wise. All your life you've been listening to songs about how awful love is. Don't you ever listen to the lyrics?
I don't know, what record label did they record on?
Kittens.
Kittens what?
It's like with kittens. Love is like with kittens. Did you ever have cats?
Yeah, cool.
Well, then you know what hideous bullies cats are, what hell they make of your life. But if you've got one, you keep telling other people how terrific they are because you hope that you can get them to take yours. That's what it is with lovers.
Well, yeah, like I heard someone say at Thieves, love is for children, and I don't want children.
So what about you and Greg?
Nothing about me and Greg. We fuck and we fantasize, okay? Stick that on a t-shirt. Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm taking out my insecurities on y'all. My shrink says I do that. I'm sorry. You took me in out of the rain, and I insult you. Look, I really don't have anywhere else to go, and I truly appreciate y'all's hospitality. If I be good, is it okay if I stay with y'all and hang out here? Okay? Who's gonna do it? Make the joke. Hang out.
Please, some things are sacred even here. Yeah, you can stay. We're not going anywhere. Well, I'm not. And we've dealt with obnoxious twerps before. Besides, it's raining.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, you want to hear my human side? I have a human side. Listen. Are you cold? Do you want a drink?
Well, I thought y'all didn't drink.
Oh, we keep it around for guests.
Categorizing wounds.
No, I never took
Kink, get a funnel.
Well, I will take you up on that offer for a dry t-shirt, though.
Okay, all right, I'll get it. Okay, do you want one that says, I'm really 35, my face died young? Or, I like New York when I can see what I'm breathing.
Well, don't show him the one that says, let's eat out more often.
I must have a pair of cutoffs somewhere that say melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
I'll take this one. Who's on it?
Carmen Miranda.
I know. What's it say in the script?
I slid down those wedgies right into hell.
I'll take that one, and the shorts.
Okay.
I'll get them back to you. Is this the John?
You'd think so. It's my room.
No, you can keep that. I'll just take the other one.
God, what a lot of stuff. Why don't you clean it up?
That's the advantage of t-shirts.
I work on the bear trap theory. Step anywhere in that room and the cardboard boxes collapse in the direction of the bed.
Think about the philosophy of t-shirts.
Is this the job?
In a word, yes.
I believe that t-shirts and umbrellas, cigarettes, matches, instant coffee, and paperback books belong to everyone in the world. Do you want them?
I don't know which way I'm facing most of the time, much less what
I'll
Why are they all gay?
Pop singers.
What?
Pop singers. They used to sing love songs to imaginary girls. Now they sing directly to the teenage market. Naturally, they're all gay.
Do you want him?
No, not particularly.
Do you want me?
No, not at all.
Maybe him and I should leave.
Is it because you think you couldn't get in?
Don't be absurd! Of course I couldn't get it. Besides, there's no time.
But if there was, and if you could, do you want him if you get him?
Do you want him if I get him?
Oh, yes. If you got him, I'd want him.
Well, then what would you do?
I'd take him away from you effortlessly. Or I'd sublimate and I'd go to the baths. Or I'd slink into a moral quandary and start drinking again. So it works out fine for me, whatever happens.
Greg's got him. Why don't you want him? Because Greg's got him.
Because Greg's just a friend and you're my very best friend.
Aww. Sweet. You know, we have been through an awful lot together.
Yeah, including this dialogue.
You're my size.
No, I'm not. I'm noticeably thinner than you. A creep named Frenzy was your size. He took my clock radio.
Anyway, they fit. Hey, what's this ladder lead up to?
My sleeping loft. I get boys up there and kick the ladder away.
I feel like a cigarette ad. Hi, I'm Tom.
Smoke me to Miami.
I will take you up on that offer for a drink.
Oh, I thought you didn't drink.
Oh, I just say that automatically with new people. Everybody's always trying to get me wrong.
Well, drunk or sober, I'm trying to get you, so you might as well have a drink.
No. You're doing it all wrong. First, you're supposed to tell me which movie stars and great historical figures were queer.
Do you really want to know?
No, but that's standard operating procedure. I'm supposed to sleep with you because Leonardo da Vinci and Rudolph Valentino were cocksuckers. Jeez. It's like I was standing on a corner of Bowery and 2nd Street the other day at noon, and these two drunk bums were lying on the sidewalk beside the mailbox, and they looked like one of them had just dropped a bottle of piss, and they were arguing, and one of them said, "Yeah, W.C. Fields, he's a drunk, he was a big drinker," and his buddy says, "Ava Gardner, she drinks tequila," and then the other one says, "Tallulah Bankhead, there was a drinker." They all drink. The good stuff, too. You know, it was like people trying to tell me that all the famous people were gay. Now, I had to laugh. I really did.
Sometimes one does. I'm going to get the hooch.
Well, and then you're supposed to impress me with how much you know about art and theater. Hey, do you like more outside?
Do I like more outside?
Yeah, or do you prefer my left side? Then you're supposed to offer to show me the beauties of ancient Greece. Oh, come on, please, show me the beauties of ancient Greece.
Hey, we got any beauties of ancient Greece?
There are lots of ancient Greece in the icebox.
So, you're out to get me, are you?
Well, I'm a successful older man, and you're a scrumptious stray cat. I mean, it's a conventional situation. Why not voulez-vous cliché avec moi?
This might turn out to be more interesting than I thought.
I can hear you.
Tom, come on, Tom. Cut it out! Kink's in the next room. Leave my pants alone! No, Greg is my friend. We mustn't do this. Tom, stop! Take it! No, that's too big. It's too big. Eat it!
Oh, baby, take it!
You're trying to fuck me. Oh my God, no, it's too big. It's too big.
Suck it first, suck it hard. Now, suck it,
It got hard the minute you came in. Okay, oh my God. Oh, no, I can't.
Take it.
I can't.
Spread it.
Use the actual breeze. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Use the actual. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, quick.
Oh God, you're not coming in.
Quick, cover your mouth with KY. Hide my cunt.
Why is your head covered with Crisco?
Because, honey, when I give head, I give head.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Oh, did you like it?
Seagram Crown Royal. Royal Crown, I've had that before.
It's not Royal Crown, it's Crown Royal. Are you dyslexic?
What's dyslexic?
Absent-mindedly taking a glass from Kink.
It means you
Pours
can't
him a
read.
drink.
It means you can't read, or you read backwards.
I can read. I told you I read your plays.
Backwards?
Some of them make just as much sense that way. Cheers.
Cheers who? Why do I have this?
No, I'm sorry, that was a cheap shot. I dug your stuff. I told you that already.
Well, and which one of my works is it that you're laughing in appreciative memory of? I don't want this.
Oh, then have the drink instead.
Huh?
No, I was laughing at something I said in class once. The teacher asked if we liked your stuff, and I was just smarting off, and I said I didn't. You know, I do. I was just clowning. You're not bad, are you?
Never mind, just speak directly into my autobiography.
Okay, so I said, it sucks. And he was this real try-to-be-hip teacher, and he said, oh, it sucks. Well, isn't that sure sign of life? And that was funny. And then he said, whether we liked it or not wasn't important. Now, what was important was whether or not you conveyed your thought. And got your thought across, see? And so I said, oh, God, I'm such a clown. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I said, sure, it conveys his thought. He thought he could write.
Kink, I really don't want this. Don't you see what it does to people?
You have to drink it. I can't pour it back in the bottle. I used both funnels to make an opaque hourglass so I can sleep as late as I want.
All right. And at what esteemed play school did you do all this undergraduate merrymaking?
Anodyne U.
Oh, I seem to recall they did a festival of my plays at Anodyne U.
They did. I played the leads in 3 of them.
Oh. Hit us. Here, drink these. Now, you tell us all, are you by any chance here in the big scrapple to become an actor?
Well, yeah, in a way, sort of. Yeah, sure I am. Why, you looking for one?
Don't put that on the upholstery.
Yeah, I want to act, sort of, but God, I bet you hear that from every boy every time you turn around.
No, most of the boys I turn around, they want to be rock stars.
No, not me. I can't sing a note.
That isn't enough. It's essential, but it isn't enough.
No, but hey, relax. I don't really want to act. It's not for me. But is that for me? You know, I probably couldn't anyway.
Can it? Anyone can act. Kink, give me a drink.
Is it for you or for him?
I don't know. I can't tell us apart anymore.
Do you think that? Then anyone can act. But I'm so clumsy.
Anyone can act with the proper training. God, I'm talking about theater. Come on, hit me.
No, I'd give anything if I thought I could really learn. Hey, I thought you stopped drinking. Didn't y'all stop drinking?
One of us started again.
Hey, that's awful. Why'd you stop?
Hey, I decided to stop when Marvin pointed out to me that there was getting to be a permanent impression of my face in the corner of the bar at Kearns.
Are you an alcoholic?
Oh, yes, but that's not why I stopped. I stopped because I make my living as a craftsman.
Oh, God, yes. Everybody says you're fantastic. I saw the furnishing you made for Greg. Is this your work? This whole place?
Why, yes.
I mean, except Marvin's room, of course.
Oh, you cute thing.
Yes, this is all mine.
It's amazing. Did you make the desk and everything?
Yeah, the woodwork and plastering, everything. But things were getting a little out of hand, especially my hands. The only crafts I was practicing were very primitive ones. Spinning, weaving, lumbering, and all of that was down at the bar at Thieves. Well, and then you live up 5 flights of stairs and 1 ladder, and you have repeatedly fallen down all of them. It doesn't take a whole lot of gumption to stop drinking, especially when it interferes with your work to the point you can't afford to drink anymore.
That's great. It really is.
That he drank?
No, that he stopped. It's heroic. It really is. You know, how long have you been drinking?
How old are you?
20?
Since you were 6.
What? How old are you?
I'm 30.
God, you really don't look it.
Thank you.
Wow. That really shows amazing self-control.
Thank you.
And, are you making more money now?
Honey, I make money now. I even sell advertising time on my answering machine.
Hey, that would be a wonderful idea.
Would be. It is.
You did that.
If you want to find out, call me up sometime. End of commercial. I am going to have a cup of coffee. Compliments may be meaningless empty breath to some of us in the room, but for certain others, they are great support for the willpower.
Oh, hit me again, will you? Thanks. And, why did you stop drinking?
He was never a real drunk.
I was too.
No, you weren't.
I was so. I drank all the time. I was sick. I stopped
No,
writing.
you weren't. You never fell down in the gutter. You never got mugged. You never threw up on me that I know of. And until you have run up and down the corner of East 4th and Bowery, pissing on the glass wall of the Sidewalk Cafe at Thebes, you haven't got your merit badge and booze.
Do you want to fight?
Sure, cocks at 10 inches.
Oh, that's not fair. Kink is a tripod. I live with a tripod.
Get the picture?
Huh. I was drunk for a year, okay?
Well, when did you start?
When you were 19.
Oh, so you just stopped.
Yeah, I just stopped. When did you start?
Start what?
Drinking, for instance.
Oh, same time. I mean, I drank a little in high school. You know, got drunk, drank to get drunk when we couldn't get grass or speed. You know, blow off a couple of schemes, whatever makes a football player shit, you know?
Right.
Oh, give me a hint. But I didn't really start drinking heavy until I started drinking around thieves.
Oh, far out. Did you go to basic training at Thebes?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Well, didn't y'all ever notice me there?
Yeah, we were probably involved in our Olympic decathlon drinking event in the back booth.
Marvin made the margarita semifinals before he retired. Yeah, I saw you there.
Yeah, I used to see y'all in the back all the time. And drinking seems to be what you do there. I mean, faggots all drink as far as I know.
It's not compulsory.
It helps a lot.
Jesus. I hate that place.
What, the old homestead?
Yeah, you go in there. Well, I mean, a young boy goes in there, and you never know it was a gay place.
But it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
All right. The northwest corner of the bar is, okay?
Okay.
Blessed are the peacemakers. I can settle any dispute.
Oh yeah, Marvin can settle any dispute. Listen, Marvin, Saul, Tom, are you living in too small a place with too many people?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Listen, Marvin, Saul, the problem with living in a small New York apartment with lots of people.
Easy. Half of you take speed and the other half take downers. You'll be invisible to each other. The downheads can use the speed freaks for hair dryers. The speed freaks can use the downheads for furniture. Next problem.
Marvin, how did they build the pyramids?
Oh, easy. The Great Pyramid is 475 feet high, surrounded by sand. The Sahara Desert used to be a great stone mesa, 475 feet high. They just carved the pyramid out of the stone, and what's left over is the sand. Next question.
For the jackpot.
Okay.
Who killed John Fitzgerald Kennedy?
Duck suit. Jackie did the Derringer.
Oh, God.
No, then she crawled on the back of the car, handed it to her Secret Service lover, and was free to pursue her career.
I guess y'all don't talk about thieves.
Not the northwest corner, anyway. No.
It's just that, I have no solution to it.
Well, I mean, the minute a good-looking kid or even fair-looking kid comes in there, you get sucked into that corner. And then they buy you drinks, and then you get pulled into a table by somebody, and then you go home with them, and then you go home with the next one, and pretty soon you're standing there at the corner waiting for the next kid to come in. And then you realize you've got to be just as cheap and sleazy and tacky as everybody else there.
Do you want to hit him, or do you want to watch me hit him?
I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all were never in on that. You were always in the back, together.
We couldn't stand up. So if you want to be part of the Queen machine, or you don't want to be part of the Queen machine, just move a couple stools down the bar and join the serious thinkers.
Queen machine. I like that. That's good.
You should have seen the really big Queen machine operating back during the great days.
Oh God, I'm so tired of hearing about the great times I missed. Give me a hint.
When the Fillmore East was in its glory, and you'd see all those mobs of poor drugged children standing out in front begging for tickets. And then you'd start seeing guys of 30 or 40 from uptown standing there with tickets in their hands, and they'd pick up the guys in their 20s and ball them for a ticket.
You see, they had been taught at an impressionable age, that youth and beauty were the only desirable commodities.
And then you'd see those young guys standing there with tickets to lure kids in their teens. And then the guys of 17 and 18 waving tickets to pick up kids of 15 and 16. And finally, toward the end, you got to where you'd see kids of 11 dandling tickets in front of kids 9 to get them into the back seats of parked cars to play doctor for a ticket to a rock concert.
Oh, God.
Again? Don't touch it!
How do you fit through you guys like a school shop? Turn it upside down.
You never call me fat again, now will you?
You were saying?
I'm so tired of hearing about the 60s.
Oh, have you heard about the 70s?
Yeah, what's to hear? There's nothing to hear. I bet they won't even remember the 70s. There's a big gap in history where the 70s ought to go. They'll think all the records are missing. I mean, they have all the records, but they'll still think it's all been lost. Because they just won't be able to believe that 10 years passed without anything happening. Except People magazine.
And the nostalgia craze.
Oh, and then the revival of the nostalgia craze.
Ooh, do you think the revival of the nostalgia craze will ever come back?
Probably.
So, look, listen, you've been all over. Is it different? Is it different in other countries where you've been?
I don't know, darling. I've only been in other countries to work. It seems different. It seems a little better, even among the gay people. I mean, there's more repression, but among the queers themselves, there doesn't really seem to be some last lingering atavistic remnant of an idea of love. But, you know, as I say, I was just there to work. I didn't really find out. I wouldn't, of course.
What do you mean you wouldn't?
Oh, nothing.
No, I mean, come on. You're an informed person. You've had experiences I haven't had. Come on, what's it like being gay over there?
Tom, I really don't know that much about it.
I mean, over here it seems like straight people are getting more and more tolerant of us, but half the time I don't think that's because they're more understanding. I think it's just because since the pill and overpopulation and all, but you know, it's just that their lives, the young ones anyway, have got to be just as scummy and hopeless and pointless as gay life.
Kink, give me a drink.
I mean, I think we need people like you. Smart, talented people with brains and things. Tell us about it, right?
Right.
Give me a hit.
No.
I beg your pardon.
No drinky.
Oh, you don't care.
Kink, a drink.
Bar closed.
Give me a hit.
The boys are back in town.
Well, I mean, you've got it made. You probably never had to cruise a bar anyway. You probably had groupies waiting to meet you at the airport.
Tom, despite what you may have heard in the herd, being successful does not make a person attractive. People who are attractive before they get successful may or may be a little more attractive for having their picture in the paper, otherwise not.
I can't believe that.
Well, then let's not talk about that.
I mean, you were young and in New York once. You've been here a long time. I read the dates on your plays. You've been here a while. Was it always like this?
I don't know. Yes, it looked like it. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You were here.
Tom, I was never a cute kid. I was never sucked into queer covens and made much of. I was never indoctrinated, inoculated, instructed, and installed. If I had been, I would have never had the time to write all those boxes full of plays in there, dimwit.
Oh, Jesus.
Gosh. Kink, give me a drink!
You told me not to let you drink when you're sad.
The only time I want to drink, Kink.
Yeah, but look, being successful, that's something, though. That's worth it, isn't it?
It enables me to buy Crown Royal, which I am, of course, unable to drink. Thanks, Kink.
Well, that's alright. It's always more fun to be able to torment your best friends when it's for their own good.
That in itself is not attractive.
I think it is.
What? Can we just change the subject?
I mean, if nothing else, you can afford the best hustlers.
I have afforded them, okay? Stick that in your column. It's degrading, it's ridiculous, I giggled all the way through it. And I can also afford a remote-controlled dildo up my ass, but that scarcely constitutes romantic love. You know, what I can't afford to do that I love to do is travel.
You're not pulling that old lonely at the top bit on
It was lonely at the bottom, Tom. Coffee time!
Whew. That whiskey was a bad idea. I thought I might get you and him together.
God, he's up and down like a yo-yo, isn't he?
Well, you just touched 100 or 200 sensitive points is all. Don't worry.
I didn't mean to offend him. No, what? Look, what did I say wrong? You know, he doesn't like to talk about fame and money.
Well, having only one problem makes it seem bigger. Probably he likes you.
Well, this is how he shows it?
He's a romantic and you are romantically beautiful. He'll get over it.
Romantically beautiful? Me? You think so?
You have beautiful eyes. And if I ever start an organ bank, want to make a deal?
Christ, you two are like a pilot film for MASH. And how long have you been together?
We've known each other since the first Earth Day.
I mean,
I used to do sets for all this shit. Me and Marvin?
Mm-hmm.
Put on some music.
You hate music.
Put on some news then.
Stop up your ears.
Y'all are lovers.
No. Sigh.
Kink's affections do not that way when...
If you'll check the bookcases, you'll find several thousand skin bags full of masturbating punks. And as the bartender said to the terminal alcoholics, draw your own conclusions.
Well, I guess I really should go.
Oh, God.
No, stick around.
Jesus, God.
No, I don't think I'm making much of a hit here.
Jesus, God. Freud, Marx, Einstein, and Moses.
I'm sorry I depressed you.
You should be if you did, but you haven't. What's depressing me is that we're 5 flights up and we're out of milk.
Ooh, I will go down and get some.
No, don't, Tom. You got keys to Greg's apartment?
No, I would have gone down there if I did.
It's okay, I'll get some.
Everywhere I ever went, my whole damn life I just caused people trouble.
I need cigarettes anyway. Marvin?
Yes, God, yes.
Tom?
Yeah, Kent. I don't have any money.
That's okay, I'll be right back.
Thanks. I'm really sorry I touched your sensitive points.
You know, I would give $10 million if I could hear a sincere statement like that and not think of 18 quasi-erotic comebacks.
I really do admire your place.
Thank you, he said graciously.
You know, it's not just me. Everybody thinks you and Kink are lovers.
Oh, good God.
Well, I guess that's why you don't get laid. Well, if you don't.
Tom, give it a
I'm
rest.
sorry.
But Jesus Christ, I mean, come on. I spend about 24 hours a day trying to steer clear of the subject, okay? I'm a drink or two under, or I never would have even let you get into it at all. It's only when I'm a little plotsed up that I start dreaming and then disciplining myself out of the dreams and hurting from the discipline and lashing out at any and everyone that's around me as if they were causing the pain. I was never that attractive, and I'm never going to be, and I can't let hope interfere with my work anymore. It's too hard to type with crossed fingers.
Right on the time?
Well, I have drudgingly started to write again.
Something else for Broadway?
I write from what I know. What I know now isn't likely to make Broadway.
Well,
Because if
why?
anybody cared about the things I'm writing about, it wouldn't be necessary to write about them.
Well, what are you writing about?
Gay life!
You have a lot of good things to say about it. Do
You
you?
know, gay life is okay if you're pretty or if you're rich and inhuman.
Well, I'm very pretty.
And I'm rich. It stops there.
You mind if I tell you something?
You're right.
If you just slim down a little bit, maybe then you'd be attractive.
I've been slim, I've been fat, I've been young, I've been old, I've been rich, I've been poor, I've been everything in between and in all combinations. Nothing happened. Have a drink and drown me out, okay?
No, I'm interested.
Why? Is there any of it that you don't know or any of it that you can change or even any of it that you disapprove of? I mean, Jesus. You know? I mean, for a pack of presumed atheists, we call them the orthodox deities enough now, don't we? I can't do anything about the way gay life is, and I don't want to sour it for anyone who gets along in it. I mean, Christ, who am I to criticize? You know, the only world you've got. So you bang Greg, and he gives you jobs on the building with you. You know, it's great. So you put out a little to the boys around the bar, and it gets you drinks and identity and a certain amount of entrees. Great. What's wrong with that? You weren't looking for true love, or you wouldn't have gravitated to that corner. So kids, they come to New York or wherever, and they wind up one more item in the permanent exhibition of drunks. Big deal. So what? Some kid's values are so fucked up he can't hold a job for a week. But honey, he is in his third smash year in the back of the room of the Anvil. And that's not my problem, damn it. I mean, why should I tell a kid like that he's systematically eroding his ability to function as a human being? What does he care? Who wants him to function as anything but a punchboard, an active element in this exciting, expanding gay market? I mean, telling some kid who's having his first social success as a fist fucky that he's plugged into a conglomerate as heartless as Con Ed is as pointlessly cruel as telling a girl from the Bronx that Bananka causes cancer. I mean, so what if his cock is always soft from chemicals? It's like Wonder Bread. Oh, Wonder Bread! It sells! He sells! He sells seashells by the seashore on Fire Island while he's blowing his boss to get his first article in Opera News. So he gets the heebie-jeebies from thieves and CBGBs, and his heavy leather, it's not heavy enough to stop his fits of shaking. Well, hell, what would there be for an American to do if he did grow up? Huh? I mean, there's counseling,
There's tranquilizers, you know, and there's Est and Sun Myung Moon and the Church of the Beloved, Disciple. I mean, my God, other forms of no-fault philosophy, Gail She, live forever. And there's always the statistics on impotence and alcoholism and suicide to make you feel like you're not in this alone. Long-lasting relationships and thoughtful, productive citizens, they don't do a damn thing for the disco business anyway, right? Stop me, huh?
No, this is sensational.
Yeah? Well, don't believe a word of it, Big Breeches. You know, if I had the slightest chance of getting in on any of it, you would not hear a peep from me. The only reason that I'm reactionary is because I get no reactions. I mean, my sex life is limited to desperate drunks and different junkies and catch as catch can in the darkest corners of the baths. Other forms of bestiality with people. Ugh. Have fun. God. Sell what you gotta sell. Get what you can for it. So what if sex has become nothing but a product of moral frustration? Even if it is a fault, it's not yours. When a society's only values are good looks and money, well then sooner or later people are going to wind up exchanging one for the other. Gay life! Oh my God, it's great! Gay life, it's paradise! It's paradise! It's just that paradise lost me. Ugh.
I've told you 1,000 times, Marvin. Don't play with your words.
I didn't notice myself wanting you just now.
Don't you need someone to help you pull your fingernails out of your palms?
Look, I bear my fate with a happy heart and a sunny smile. Do I have to like it too?
I apologize.
No, don't apologize. What you've done is unforgivable.
Well, anyway, I got cigarettes. Here.
That's one of the few reasons I still love you.
And in case you used up all your bile mistreating Tom, I got some lovely slimy Stouffer's frozen dinners to replace it.
Oh, here. Give me that bag. I'll cook.
No. I'll do it.
Hey, I'll cook. Why should you cook? Why should one man bow down before another?
Because if they both bow down at once, they bang their heads together.
Oh, good. And besides, nobody would ever get blowed. Give me them groceries. Old man who likes to feel like he's good for something around this bunkhouse.
Wow. When he gets going, he's really beautiful, isn't he?
Yes, he has amazing insights. Well, outsides, actually. Insights he has none. I saw Greg in the bar downstairs.
Lady Astor's?
Yeah, Lady Astor's. And above Lady Astor's. Greg says he's coming up in a minute.
Well, that means 20, at least. Did you tell him I was here?
No, I forgot to tell him. I was going to, but we got distracted. We were sitting in the window, and every 2 minutes, the most beautiful boy in the world kept walking.
Every 2 minutes?
Right. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell him. I was having a nicotine fit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said we hear him.
Greg tells me you're a pretty good worker. I saw the work that you did with him in the halls. It's good.
Well, not very. He's teaching me a lot, and he says you taught him everything he knows.
I like teaching people. Makes me feel almost real.
Well, if you ever have any jobs I can do in your shop, I'll work cheap. I need the money. And I'd enjoy working with you.
Well, I have some big jobs coming up soon. I'll call you.
Yeah, I do. I'm always down at Greg's.
Yeah, I know. Come up sometime and show me the drawings, and you can tell me what you can do.
Do you like grass?
Yeah, I'm getting used to it now more that I'm tied to the wagon.
I have some of the finest keef. It's supposed to be from Uganda.
Fabulous.
Well, I'll bring it up. You know, I'd to get to know you.
Great.
And maybe we can, whatever.
Great. Whatever.
I put it all in the oven. I have to drag a box out. Kink, do you mind?
No, which one?
Interviews.
I hope it wasn't too rough on you.
No, he's bright. It's a shame he isn't better looking.
Well, looks aren't everything.
Yes, they are. Okay, don't give me that shit. That tired old shit. Yes, they are. If you've got looks, then you can get anything else, and if you don't, there isn't anything else worth having. You know, I'm sick of that crap. Looks are everything. And now that's a terrible thing to say. Don't let me ever hear you say anything like that to an innocent young kid again.
Very, very probably you're right.
Here, I just have to pick out a few of these.
Oh, what are those, please?
Interviews.
With who?
With me. I always take a few more along when I'm going to lecture. It's easier than writing a new bio.
Where do you lecture?
Schools mostly. I'm surprised I never hit yours.
Hey, that one's in Italian.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, that was a fashion spread on me in Spoleto. Can you imagine people wanting to look like me?
When I think of you molding the minds of a generation.
Well, we can't leave it all to Donny Osmond. Give me that back.
Hey, that's heavy. What did you tell them?
You know, I just try to share with them the few things I've learned in my brief 40 years in Disneyland.
Are you 40?
Tom, that goes without saying.
God, you don't look it. You don't have to be sensitive about your age.
I'm not, honey. You know, it's one nice thing about being born ugly. Things don't get any worse when you get old.
What do you say when you lecture?
I just tell them, write what you want to write, to thine own self be true. Things kids need to know.
When you walk downstairs in Spurs, point your feet out.
Never try to reheat egg foo young.
Never ask a dwarf who's your shrink.
What is you? It's going down on somebody
You never know anyone well,
because nobody's well. Don't take candy from strangers. Get real estate.
Harry Reid home burns.
All right, these'll do.
Oh, wait, I got one. You can always do your homework during the long commercials on cut-down reruns of Star Trek.
Hey, I got asked to write a pilot for a CB series called Star Truck.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, is there anything on TV?
Probably.
Wait, hey, I've got a TV guy in my room somewhere.
You shouldn't have said that. Marvin hates TV.
Why? What did TV ever do to
Are you
him?
kidding? What did it do to all of us?
All right, here we go. Oh, it's a bounteous evening. Listen, the odd couple. Oscar wants to fuck and Felix just wants to nag. They decide to compromise and do both.
It doesn't.
No, it does. And there's a brand new Raquel Welch flick on. Oh my God, it must be a real bomb. The first reel is playing on TV while this last one is still playing on Times Square.
I think what really sells is the new show, Supermarket.
Yes! Tonight, Xavier Hollander gives whore household hints.
Oh, that dinosaur turns so fast her wig doesn't.
On Disco Dogs, Truman Capote teaches us all the steps.
Oh, I know the steps. Smoking, drinking, staying out late, making unsuitable friends.
A new game show where you win a roll of money big enough to fuck.
Dave Copain in Supports Illustrated.
Oh, yeah, Dean Martin
A religious split. Two young lovers are reunited at the foot of the cross.
Dean Martin
Channel 13, interview with Charles Manson's mother. You never know what's going to crawl out of your crotch.
Dean Martin.
Girl talk. Will he notice me if I eat his shoes?
Dean Martin sings 50 Ways to Lose Your Lover. Liver.
Chevy Chase in a new series, White Meat.
Let's really watch TV.
Rhoda marries an ordained dentist.
I don't want to watch.
Guest star farm. Watch clippings from Diana Ross develop into Lola Falana.
I'd like to watch.
There isn't time to watch TV.
Why not?
Because there never is. There never has been. And there never will be.
Aww.
Look, the only thing worth watching on TV is Lily Tomlin, right? So I'll do Lily Tomlin. Now, a lot of my brethren and sistren have been beseeching me with this same question. They say, Boogie Woman, what does do what it do mean? And I say, what does do what it do mean? And they say, yes, yes, tell us, what does do what it do mean? And I say, all right, I'm going to tell you what do what it do means. They usually cheer.
Yes!
And then I say, do what it do means just this. It ain't enough to go around and be a mouth Christian and say what the Lord say. You can't just say what He say. You gotta do what He do. Do what He do. Do what He do, what He do, what He do.
Oh, that's wonderful. But I'd still like to watch TV.
Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord.
I mean, we can relax. We're going to bed or something later. You don't have to be tense, but can we watch a little TV first?
Watch us instead.
Yeah, I have been.
No, all of us. Look, Tom, wouldn't you rather be on TV than watch it?
Sure.
All right. This is your big chance. Take off your clothes.
Uh-oh. What is this, an audition?
No, we're taking off our clothes. We're all taking off our clothes. Kink?
Nope, I will not.
Come on. This is my last request. Do I refuse you your whims?
Constantly.
Well, do you like when I do it?
No.
Well, then don't do it to me. Come on, undress. I discovered something the other day. You're going to love it.
Oh, God. I knew I'd end up like this. Do you guys have any grass?
On the roof. It's soaked.
How do I get into these things?
The usual way. Kink.
I am. God.
Quit calling me God. I haven't created anything yet. All right.
They are all pre-stripped by now.
Come on. Sit down.
He arranges them on a cushion in front of the TV.
This better be good.
It is. All right? Watch.
God, Kink, you're home.
You're young yet.
All right. Squeeze together. Close now. Watch.
He clicks off the lights.
Marvin, this really isn't that subtle.
Wait.
He clicks on another light, a lovely colored spotlight.
Now, look at the screen.
Hand me my glasses.
Oh my.
See?
Oh, I get it.
There we are. On TV. Looking all three-dimensional.
That's very pretty.
I always wanted to see little naked people on the TV.
You're especially three-dimensional, Marvin.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, well, I used this shampoo that promised more body. Here, in the form of Rue.
We already do.
No, Marvin, you're really fat.
That's why I live with an upholsterer. Aren't we pretty?
Oh, I see. Oh, when there's light on you, you reflect really bright in the TV screen.
We really do look like three pretty little Maxfield Parish nudes.
Even Marvin's pretty.
Isn't it nice? I discovered it the other day.
They admire themselves, Tom especially. Try 2 or 3 different poses.
Yeah.
It really is, Marvin. It is very nice, thank you.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is great.
Hey, Kink, what am I?
I don't know, a gay gynecologist?
No, I'm Michelangelo. I'm auditioning a model.
Hey, let's try some more arrangements. Come on, all 3 of us.
It's really very pretty, Marvin. I think I'm gonna go to the baths after all.
All right.
Oh?
I'm sorry, I'm getting very nervous.
It's all right.
I'll see you when you get back.
Yeah, I'll call you. I'll call you when I get there to let you know we didn't crash.
Where are you going?
Marvin's leaving for Rome tonight.
Huh?
I'd go to the airport with you, but...
No, it's all right. It's no big deal. Listen, are you all right with money?
Yeah, thanks, babe.
Well, call my terrible agent if you need anything.
I shouldn't have to. Have a good trip.
All right, I'll let you know if I'm going to Africa or somewhere.
Oh, send me a pygmy. A big one. Have you caught many wars?
I'm a big boy now.
Maybe try to do something about that, too. Tom, come up anytime. Like I said.
Yeah, I will. Hey, I thought we were going to eat.
And maybe we will. Matilda, the baby's under the pyramid. Turn him over in half an hour. If my guru calls, tell him I'm at my color breathing class.
You're going to Rome. Tonight.
Yeah, I have to get a taxi pretty soon.
Far out. You gonna be gone long?
Maybe go to Africa, maybe Brazil.
For shows and things?
For whatever.
Well, I guess I should go.
No. Stay till Greg comes in. You know, just close the door when you go.
Well, what if I turn out to be some kind of thief?
So what's to take?
The TV.
Oh, please, shall I wrap it up?
Well, what about the food in the oven?
You and Greg have it.
When are you coming back?
Well, when my luck runs out, or there's something to come back for.
You do this all the time?
Anywhere, wherever they want me, I'll go.
Fantastic.
I like it.
You need help packing?
No, let's go. I'll just shove some t-shirts in the pockets.
Maybe I'll see you sometime when you get back. It's been a real honor meeting you.
Sure. I'll be back, I guess.
Look, wait. There's something I really want to tell you. You know, you don't always have to be so...
Music low, throbbing, not yet drowning them out, but threatening to, starts from downstairs.
Hey, Greg's back. Y'all have a real good time, okay?
You going now?
Yeah, I might as well.
I really do wish...
Suddenly blares out, far too loud for them to hear each other.
I really do wish you the best of luck.
What? No. I can't hear you. Bye. Got it, I got taxi money.
Then the phone starts to ring. Simultaneously, the music downstairs is turned dramatically down.
Hello, you've reached the home of Kink car stairs. In a moment, you can leave a message, but first, a word from our sponsor. Do you have sexual irregularity problems? Don't despair. At the first sign of difficulty, call Roto-Rooter. Remember, with a friend like me, you don't need enemies.
Hi, Kink, this is Greg downstairs. I just came in and I'm feeling terminally lonely. Do you and Marvin want to come down whenever you get in and play some bridge or something? Don't worry about waking me, I don't intend to sleep.
Hey, Greg. Hi, it's Tom.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, I've been visiting them. You weren't home, so I came in to get out of the rain.
Terrific. Are they there?
No. They both gone out. For the night.
Well, do you want to come down? I'd like you to.
Yeah, sure, I'll be right down.
Okay.
Or wait, listen, I've got a better idea. Why don't you come up here? They'll have some good food in the kitchen and a whole bottle of Crown Wine.
Okay. God, I'm glad I got you. I feel like shit.
Good. Well, come on up.
Okay. I'll be right there.
He takes a tube of Vaseline from his bag, arranges himself invitingly, looking in the TV, then carefully, without changing his pose, puts his glasses safely out of reach and begins lubricating himself as Greg's shadow appears in the hall and the curtain falls.
Thank you all so much. I have a couple things I want to say. Tonight is a very, very special evening because this is the night that we are going to present at Celebration Theater. We're presenting the Chuck Rowland Pioneer Award to Mr. Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, I want to say thank you to our director, Michael Kearns. Michael was one of the original cast members of T-Shirts in 1934. 78. It was you. I'm sorry to do that. So I want to say thank you for lending your time and your incredible talent. And also want to say thank you to this amazing cast. Yeah. I don't want to say too much because I want Mr. Patrick to talk, but I just want to say thank you all for coming. Thank you all for supporting live theater. Thank you all for supporting Celebration Theater. It means a lot. For 31 years, we have been continuously producing lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, two-spirited, and allied theater. That's a lot of folks to represent. But it has been an absolute pleasure, my being as Chorus Director of Celebration Theater. So, without further ado, I want to say to Mr. Robert Patrick, I would like to present you, sir, with the Chuck Rowland Pioneer Award for groundbreaking and distinguishable achievements in LGBTQ playwriting.
Look at that. You said it was beautiful. I thought you meant it was on pretty paper. May I first thank Michael and John and Lydal and Todd and Zoe and our offstage Michael to a beautiful production. I haven't seen that play for 30 years. Theater is rough. Independent theater is rougher. Independent gay theater is roughest. I know. I ran a gay theater in Los Angeles and lasted just 1 year. So I am knowledgeably awestruck by celebrations over 3 decades of supplying Los Angeles with a multiple alphabet of queer theater that has been new, relevant, successful, popular, and influential. Thank you. Thank you. I'm therefore especially honored to be honored by such experienced and knowledgeable compatriots. But any award for gay theater is essentially to the man whose image I bear on my t-shirt. T-shirt by Billy Houck, photo by Jim Gossage. Joe Chino, who in 1958 pointed at the floor of his Cafe Chino in New York and told artists, do what you have to do. One of the things we had to do was gay theater. I accept this award in Joe's name. Personally, I must thank the Angelinos who have gently bullied me out of retirement back into performing and producing. The first was Michael Shepperd, then Darren Patrick, Dan Berkowitz, Jonathan Dorff, Bruce Valanche, Jason Whitman here present, David Epstein here present, Miss Lori Donato, Jay Lyons, and David Michael Taylor. But especially, particularly, the brilliant gay performance art entrepreneurs of Silver Lake and Echo Park. Jason Jin, Ian McKinnon here present, Travis Wood, Andrew Hinkies, David LeBaron, Stephen Raines, and, I'm sorry, I'm joking. And Hank Henderson, all of whom I pray to see working on the stage of the New Celebration Theater at some point. The question I am most asked is, what was it like to be around at the birth of gay theater? A question I can best answer in song. No one knows what it was like when the magic moment came. We were too young and everyone who came to see as blind as we. So nobody noticed the lightning strike that lit this ongoing flame. We were too dizzy and boyishly busy with theater's eternal game when that magic moment came. Of course I recall my friends one and all, and 1 trillion tales to tell. And of course Joe was there, and then nowhere. I remember that moment too well. Now any may look in many a book for the new constellation's name, but we who installed it seldom recall it, for we were to no acclaim in basements and bars, rearranging the stars when the magic moment came. Thank you.
See you next Friday night. Thank you.
Michael. Come see my one-man show at Spirit Studios.